It is graduation weekend, and at TCU in Fort Worth, a student will make graduation history for the third time. NBC5's Deborah Ferguson shares the story of an extraordinary young man.
It's been a process. It's been a very long process, but I'm glad that it's done.
Carson Huey Yu will get his doctorate diploma in physics on Saturday. And at the age of 21, he will become the youngest PhD in TCU history. It's been that way his entire college career.
You met Carson when he was what, 10?
He was 10, and he came into my office with his younger brother, who was probably this tall, and his mother.
It was 2013 when physics professor Magnus Ritby met the 10-year-old aspiring physics student. He quickly realized Carson could handle a college workload, and he had a maturity about him, too. Dr. Ritby had to convince TCU leadership.
The condition became, after some negotiations, that his mother had to be with him all the time.
With Claretta Kemp as her son's constant companion, Carson started his freshman year in 2013 at age 11. 3 years later, he got a bachelor's degree in physics at 14, the university's youngest undergrad ever. In 2019, another historic graduation when he got his master's degree. And at 21, he'll do it again when he adds PhD to his resume.
I'll repeat the title of the dissertation. The dissertation is diagram-driven computer generation of equation of motion coupled cluster equations for perturbed quantum oscillators, which is a mouthful of a title.
You can say that again, Carson.
Equation of motion coupled cluster equations for perturbed quantum oscillators.
Clearly, the young man found his calling, as it did for his younger brother. For a while, Carson and Kanan were on campus at the same time. Studies came first, but at times, the kid in them just needed some fun. Dr. Ritby, Mags, was there through it all. He could see himself in his student, someone who could dive deep into a problem to find a solution.
How do you approach a problem? How do you kind of wrap your mind around finding a solution to anything? And math and physics are good training grounds for those kinds of skills, and those are valuable throughout society.
Ritby became professor, mentor, academic guide, even a father figure.
I didn't think of this at first, but it is, you become, your parenting instincts kick in, right? It's not just like I'm your science guy that you come and talk science with, because you're going to talk about everything else.
Half of Carson's life has been spent under Ritby's watchful eye. At TCU, Carson fed his passion for physics. He made friends and history.
It'll be the end of a chapter and the beginning of a chapter all at the same time, because, I've been here at TCU for 11 years. It's been my home. It's been where I grew up. It's been where I became an adult. So moving on from that and going into, different things like getting a job and being an adult that I'm kind of looking forward to really getting into, but also I'll be missing TCU at the same time.
It's going to be one of the highlights of my career, for sure. And it's just been a constant for me for 11 years, so it's natural for me now. It's just sort of part of what I do. It's, I need to talk to Carson. I need to do this with Carson. Not have to, but...
You want to.
I want to.
And now, 11 years since they first came together, Ritby will watch his most extraordinary student achieve his own status, doctor in physics. Deborah Ferguson, NBC5, Fort Worth.
What's next for Carson? A break. He wants to get some rest, and he wants to start learning what he calls life stuff. We wish him the best.